Welcome back to MVP Auto 08, the channel where we explore the machines that shape the roads, ignite passion, and define the riding spirit. Today we're diving deep into a motorcycle that carries one of the most iconic names in Honda's lineup, a name that has resonated with riders for decades. We're talking about the 2026 Honda CB400, a bike that blends history, modern engineering, and timeless Honda philosophy into a package that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly new. If you're curious about what the new CB400 offers, how it feels to ride, and whether it deserves a place in your garage, stick around because this is the full breakdown designed just for you. The Honda CB family has always stood for reliability, balance, and a kind of understated confidence. Whether it's the legendary CB750 that shaped generations or the lightweight classics that made motorcycling accessible, the CB badge is more than just letters on a tank, it's a legacy. For 2026, Honda brings that legacy forward with a modern take on the CB400, a motorcycle that aims to bridge the gap between new riders seeking an approachable machine and experienced riders craving a nimble, refined, everyday performer. The moment you see the bike, you understand Honda's intentions. It's retro, but not a replica. Modern, but not flashy. It is that perfect middle ground that visually captures the essential CB DNA. Let's start with the design because that's the first thing that captures your attention. The 2026 CB400 embraces a neo-retro look, combining classic lines with modern detailing. The round LED headlight keeps the old-school charm alive, while the crisp beam projection reminds you that this is a bike built for the future. The fuel tank is slightly sculpted with subtle curves that give it a muscular yet approachable appearance. Honda has balanced the styling to make the motorcycle equally appealing to riders who love vintage aesthetics and those who prefer contemporary sleekness. Every element serves a purpose, from the neatly tucked exhaust to the clean tail section that gives the bike a lightweight, agile look. The stance is upright, friendly, and ready for almost any kind of daily riding. But design means nothing if the performance doesn't match, and this is where the CB400 truly starts to shine. At the heart of the bike is Honda's refined 399cc liquid-cooled engine, engineered to offer a perfect mix of smoothness, responsiveness, and fuel efficiency. The power delivery is linear, which is exactly what you'd expect from Honda. It doesn't try to overwhelm you with sudden bursts, and it doesn't feel underpowered either. Instead, it offers predictable torque through the low and mid-range, making it ideal for city commuting and spirited weekend rides. Riders who appreciate control over raw aggression will love how the engine behaves. It's the kind of performance that makes every ride feel natural and enjoyable, whether you're navigating traffic or carving through twisty roads. One of the defining characteristics of the CB400 is how comfortable and easy it is to handle. Honda has tuned the suspension to strike a balance between everyday comfort and sporty stability. The front telescopic forks and rear monoshock absorb bumps without giving you that floaty, disconnected feeling. The handling is precise, thanks to the lightweight chassis and balanced geometry that make turning feel intuitive. Even if you're a newer rider, the CB400 inspires confidence with its predictable behavior. And for the riders who have owned multiple motorcycles, you'll appreciate how effortlessly it responds to input. This bike is not aggressive or demanding, it's cooperative, reassuring, and smooth in almost every scenario. Braking is another area where Honda demonstrates its engineering maturity. The CB400 comes with front and rear disc brakes supported by a dual-channel ABS system that activates exactly when you need it. Whether it's a sudden stop in the rain or avoiding an unexpected obstacle, the braking setup does its job without being intrusive. It's a bike that feels planted during hard braking, maintaining stability even when you push it. One of the reasons riders love the CB lineup is the practicality, and the 2026 CB400 keeps that tradition alive with features that genuinely make a difference. The digital analog instrument panel combines retro personality with modern clarity. It provides essential information at a glance: speed, gear position, fuel, time, and more, without clutter. The ergonomics are well thought out with a seat height that welcomes riders of different heights. The riding position is upright enough to prevent fatigue on long rides but slightly forward-leaning to give you control during spirited riding. The handlebars are wide enough to give you solid leverage, and the foot pegs are positioned comfortably for both city commutes and longer weekend trips. When it comes to the build quality, Honda shows once again why its reputation is untouchable. The fit and finish are excellent. The paint quality, the welds, the feel of the switchgear, nothing looks cheap or overlooked. You can sense that Honda designed the CB400 to be a bike you can rely on for years without scraping your wallet for constant maintenance. Honda's engineering focus on long-term durability and low-stress ownership is very much present here. Fuel efficiency is another strong point of this motorcycle. Riders today aren't just looking for speed, they want practicality, affordability, and sustainability. The CB400 delivers impressive fuel economy thanks to optimized fuel injection and a refined combustion system. Whether you're using the bike daily or occasionally, the running costs stay low, which makes ownership more enjoyable. One of the highlights of the 2026 CB400 is its versatility. This isn't a bike that forces you into a single riding style. It adapts to your needs. Use it as a commuter, and it feels nimble, light, and easy to filter through traffic. Take it to the highway, and it cruises comfortably without buzzing or straining the engine. Bring it to twisty mountain roads, and you'll be surprised at how confidently it leans. The design, performance, and ergonomics come together to make a machine that fits various roles without compromise. For new riders considering their first, serious, motorcycle, the CB400 might be one of the best choices. It doesn't intimidate, but it doesn't feel like a beginner's toy either. It has enough power to grow with you as your skills improve. And for experienced riders who already know what they want, the CB400 offers a pure riding experience without unnecessary complexity. It's mechanical in a satisfying way but modern enough to be convenient and safe. Let's talk about the ride feel, because sometimes numbers and features can't capture what a bike truly lives like on the road. The CB400 feels smooth from the moment you start the engine. There's a refined hum that is neither loud nor dull, just characteristic enough to remind you you're riding a Honda. The throttle is responsive without being twitchy. You feel in control at all times. The gearbox is classic Honda, precise, smooth, with each shift clicking into place. The clutch action is light, making slow-speed maneuvering and traffic riding remarkably easy. On open roads, the bike feels planted and stable. Leaning into corners is satisfying, it holds the line without fighting you. At higher speeds, it behaves predictably, and even wind resistance feels manageable due to the bike's balanced body structure. Honda's attention to rider comfort shines on longer trips. The seat padding is firm enough to support you without causing discomfort. The suspension irons out irregularities on the road, giving you a ride that feels polished. Even after hours on the saddle, the bike doesn't leave you strained, which says a lot about the design philosophy behind it. The 2026 Honda CB400 is also a motorcycle that encourages personalization. Honda understands that riders like to make their bikes feel unique. So the CB400 supports a range of accessories, windshields, luggage options, crash protection, upgraded lighting, and cosmetic add-ons that allow you to shape the bike into something that reflects your personality. At the end of the day, the real question is whether the 2026 Honda CB400 is worth your money and your trust. And the answer depends on what you're looking for. If you want a motorcycle that offers reliability, beautiful design, smooth performance, approachable handling, and long-term value, the CB400 definitely deserves a strong spot on your list. It's not trying to be the fastest or wildest bike on the road. It's trying to be the bike you want to ride every single day, the one that puts a smile on your face even when the ride is short and simple. The 2026 CB400 embodies what Honda does best, making a motorcycle that feels like a partner rather than a tool. It feels familiar the moment you sit on it, and it grows on you the longer you ride. It's that kind of machine that might not scream for attention, but it rewards you with consistent performance, comfort, and satisfaction. And that's what makes it special. In a world filled with aggressive designs, complicated electronics, and motorcycles that sometimes feel like they're trying too hard, the CB400 is refreshingly honest. It's designed for riders who simply love riding. Riders who want a motorcycle that fits seamlessly into their life. Riders who want reliability without sacrificing fun. So if you're considering a modern classic with just the right amount of power, just the right features, and just the right attitude, the 2026 Honda CB400 might be exactly what you're looking for. Whether you're a daily commuter, a weekend road explorer, or someone rediscovering the joy of riding, this motorcycle is built to be a faithful companion. Thanks for watching MVP Auto 0008. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2026 Honda CB400, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next review. We bring you the best automotive insights, honest impressions, and energy that keeps the passion for riding alive. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and enjoy every mile on the road.